Are we on, Rick? Yeah, I think we're on. Everybody still awake? Did you all eat too much? There, I got somebody's attention. We're gonna get going here. We've had another little glitch in the system, but I think we're going good, huh, Rick? We're going. All right. Miss Deb, my dear. See how well she listens to me? I'm ready to make the announcement about next month. Many of you are already aware of senior lunch next month is going to be at the Katy Trail. So pay close attention because this is a very important announcement. The tram ride on the Katy Trail at Roachport is a very popular event for many in our area. So reservations have been made for 40 places. How many do we have right now, Deb? All right, we're halfway or more there. We're about halfway to the 40 point. So if you have not made a commitment, we want to make sure that whoever wants to go on this fun event can be with us. So it's very important that we know as quickly as we can, because if we have reserved too many places, I need to let the state park know so they can let those places go to other people that want to be on. Or if we have more than 40 that want to go, we need to be able to make sure that you can be on the tram also. Otherwise, you're on your own two special little feet. And then we'll have a real good talk afterwards. So, did I stress the point enough? You realize how important it is that we know how many want to go. And anyone who goes and signs up and participates, I cannot break all confidences yet, but I can guarantee you that there will be a special gift because you come. Some of you are privy, and I want your lips zipped. Linda? Okay. It's going to be really fun. And the way it's going to happen is we will be meeting here and we'll be giving everyone that signs up the actual hard facts later, but we're proposing that we leave Crossroads at 10:30 in the morning so that we can down there. We have reserved the city park, the little city park, for enough places for everyone to have their picnic lunch. Then we have time to get to the restrooms and to sign up and take care of boarding on the tram, and we go for a 2-hour, 1 hour down, 1 hour back ride on the Katy Trail along the Missouri River, hopefully in the beautiful color of fall colors. It's going to be a really nice event, and we should be back here approximately 4:30-ish in the afternoon. So don't let the time frame scare you. We will have minimal walking, so it can be enjoyable by all. Okay, Rick, can we do
Hi,
the?
My name is Bill Bryan. I'm Director of Missouri State Parks. Today, I'm here at Katy Trail State Park Trailhead in Roachport, Missouri with Pat Jones. Pat is the benefactor of Katy Trail State Park with her late husband, Ted Jones, and Pat was on our first tram ride. Pat, what did you think of today's tram ride?
We couldn't ask for a better day. I'm purely lucky, but then we live in Missouri, you're lucky to be here too.
That's right. Well, what'd you see out there?
Oh, color, lots of color, and people having a good time. And, that's what it's for, isn't it?
That's right. Is that why you gave us Katy Trail?
Yes.
Okay, that gives you a little flavor of what will happen that day. So, enough said on that. Watch anybody interested that you know of, have them get in touch with Deb or I or somebody. Let us know as soon as possible, okay? I think that's it for, upcoming, we haven't sealed it down with Mary yet, but we've asked Mary Gingrich to do a program for us because she has a wonderful, wonderful story. Mary is part of the Amish community, has been part of the Amish community, and we're looking forward to having her. We're not sure, November or after the first of the year sometime. We'll get with Mary and settle that one for sure. Another thing to consider is, do we want to meet in December? December is always so busy, and I'm going to say it this way. If you want to meet in December, you're volunteering for helping get the thing done, okay? Because Miss Deb and I need to have a little break, okay? And everyone has so much family and church and stuff going on that we in the past haven't really felt it's that important to meet in December. So give us some feedback on where you're at with that, okay? Rick has a quick devotion, and then we get... Pardon? Oh, we're looking forward to it. It's been... Dust hasn't settled in our kitchen, okay? And it won't until next Wednesday.
All righty. Well, we're looking forward. Did you see Randy on that tram? He's already rode it, so no, I'm just messing with you. We're excited about our program today, but I just wanted to give a little word. For today, we're missing one of our own. Brother Joe Cordwell went to his rest in Jesus Christ, and he is going to be memorialized at a funeral this coming Monday right here at Crossroads at 1 o'clock visitation. 2 o'clock will be that service. And Joe is a part of our group, and so we miss him dearly. And so I just wanted to bring that to you. We appreciate Joe, and he was faithful all the way to the end, and he awaits the crown that Jesus is going to give to all at the resurrection. Okay? Today we're going to talk about a prayer ministry, a prayer quilt ministry, and Rita is going to bring to us that discussion. And before she comes, I'll just read this verse. It's out of Colossians 2. I want you to know how great a struggle I have on your behalf. This is Paul the Apostle. For those who are at Laodicea and all those who have not personally seen my face, that their hearts may be encouraged. And then he says, having been knit together in love and attaining to all the wealth that comes from the full assurance of understanding, resulting in a true knowledge of God's mystery, that is, Christ himself. And so this idea of the prayer quilt ministry is very valid because it symbolizes our hearts being sewn together, being knit together for the gospel of Christ. It's more than just getting together and making a quilt. It's about touching lives with the mystery of the gospel, the mystery of Jesus Christ. And Sherry is here. We just had a memorial service for her dear husband, James, and he was wrapped in one of these prayer quilts. And that they're in the ICU unit. And we're not saying that a piece of this material is like out of the book of Acts, but it symbolizes the work of God's Spirit touching hearts, touching lives for the kingdom of God. And so, Rita, will you come and share with us? And I'm glad we're getting those ringers going here, okay? All right, so let's move into our quilt ministry, and I'll turn the time over to Rita and get her mic going, okay?
I hate to keep talking, but I just feel it's very important that everyone realize the inside scoop on today's wonderful program. If you remember last month, Rita sat right over here for the first time. And if you remember me saying something to the effect that I wish I could tell you what next month's program was going to be. And I don't remember if I shared with you my little conversation with God about 3:30 that morning. I told him, I said, you know what? I really would like to tell these people what's coming next month. And I stood up here and made the comment that I could buffalo you and tell you that it's going to be a very special program, which now I know it's going to be. But I said, I really don't know what I'm going to tell you. As I was making the rounds, making sure everybody was taken care of, this lady, she said, Randy, she said, if you need somebody to do a program next month, I'm willing to do something. And I said, well, tell me quick what you're talking about. So she shared with me, and it really wasn't until we were on our way home that afternoon did I realize the profound thing that had just taken place in just a couple of minutes right here.
I'd love to be an answer to prayer.
She is our answer to prayer. We haven't known Rita in the past at all. She just moved here a month and a half-ish ago, maybe, 6 weeks. And she came to senior lunch, and this all happened so quick. And I'm just so excited to introduce Rita to everyone because I believe what's happening here in our senior lunch bunch is a divine appointment. And she has a wonderful ministry, a wonderful history, and we've sure enjoyed the hugs and the getting to know Rita over the last month. It's just been really special to Deb and I. So I know today, Rita, what you have to share with us will be special, and we look forward to hearing what you're going to say, and I'll shut up.
Thank you. Now, how do I turn this on?
You're on.
I'm on? Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you my full name, Rita Morse Isley Tasche. So if you know any of the Isleys, I'm the mother. It's my fault if they're bad. My fault if they're good. 25 years ago, my husband Max and I were visiting friends in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Very dear friends, Bob and Sandy Anderson. When we came in, she was kind of laying propped up on pillows on their couch, and she had a beautiful quilt over her. She did not have one hair on her head. She was going through cancer. And as we spoke, I did tell her how beautiful that quilt was, and she said, some people from another church made this for me. I don't know why our church doesn't do it. Light bulb, I thought about, I have fabric, I mean, probably $1,000 worth or more in my basement, you know. I'd made quilts for all of our kids and our well, no, we didn't have any we did grandkids by then. At that point, we had 7 kids, a blended family, 16 grandkids, most of them are married, and 11 greats we have now. So I started on a prayer quilt ministry by myself in '08. When some of my friends heard about it, they started coming to my house, and we started sewing quilts together. And as we started doing that, we put our antennas up. So you're walking down the aisle at the grocery store. There's 2 men over here talking about, you know, Charlie's not doing well. He's got cancer. I hear you. Okay. This was a message from God, I figured. I'd say, excuse me, I would love to wrap your friend in prayer if you want to give me his name or her name, and we will pray on a quilt. And if you give me your phone number, we will contact you and let you know when it is. Well, that started growing. My friends that were helping me started listening closer. Well, after 25 years, we have done over 5,100 prayer quilts in Brainerd, Minnesota. At this point, I have 20 workers up there. My husband was sick for quite some time. I could not always be there. We met on Mondays and Thursdays. So I had a helper, and I called him. He was our only man quilter. My left-handed, right-hand man. He also is colorblind. He makes beautiful quilts. Let me see if I can find one. I have one of his quilts. Anyway, he just puts, he makes them 3.5 by 5.5 rectangles, and he just puts print, solid, print, solid, print, solid. Doesn't, you don't have to know colors to do that. But when it comes time for tying, he has one of the girls pick out what color to tie it in, because he just does not know. So we make them usually 5 feet by 6 feet. This one is a little bit small. So these are 6-foot tables when they're, this is as wide as we make them. So I have several quilt tops here. We use, this one actually is spoken for already, Aaron Purvis. This one will go to. And everyone gets, now this is a homemade card. I have a friend in Arizona who sends me about 75 of them every once in a while. And so that's, they're not, sometimes we just write it on a card, you know, like you get in the mail, they're advertising something, they're blank cards, and you can put your message on there. So, this is what it says. Dear Aaron, we have made a prayer quilt for you. Each tie stands for a prayer for your healing, comfort, and peace. May you feel the warmth of God's love as you wrap up and rest. And I sign it, Blessings, Rita. And then over here, it says, your friends from the Sunnydale Prayer Quilt Ministries are praying for you. Now I have a whole bunch of names here. They are praying, I guess you'd call it a blanket prayer, that they're praying for each one of the quilts that goes out. Now while we are putting them together, I like to have the tires. They will be at a table like this, one across from each other. I like to have them visit. When it's all done and I get a name, then I pray on every tie for, now this would be for Aaron and his family, his wife if he has one, his parents if he has them, his children, forgiveness. That's a big thing. Before, if it's time for him to go, he has a brain tumor. Hopefully God will prevent that, but there'll be a miracle maybe. We don't know when that's going to happen. We just want what's best for Aaron. So when we give it to him, we're going to wrap him in prayer. So I have already, let me see, anyway, I have about, I've been here a month and a half. I have 12 names already. Some quilts have already gone out. I'm mostly doing them by myself. There's 2 ladies that have tried to get this off the ground that are in the Sunnydale Church, but they are so busy with so many jobs, they don't even have time to pick it up and run with it. So I am going to let you know, if you're sitting there wondering what to do with yourself, you can cut blocks, you can tie. Now, by the way, the girls that tie, I call them my naughty girls. The girls that pin, I call them my pinup girls. Now, we who sewed in the middle, we're just the so-and-sos. Those that cut up well, you know, they're cut-ups that cut the squares. So we are going to meet on Tuesdays here. Miraculously, this has opened. This room will be open for us from 8 to 3:30 on Tuesdays. So anybody interested in coming, whether you can come for 2 hours, if you come all day, bring a lunch, and we kind of vary our lunch times. Whenever we have a moment, then we sit down and eat something, and then we get back to work. So, and backs. What we use for backs, up there we have a lot of resorts in Minnesota, in Brainerd. We have they've worked with us long enough. They're willing to save their discarded sheets. Now, a discarded sheet, you think, oh, it's got stains all over it and we can't use it. They discard them when there's a little pinpoint on one or a little tiny mark over here. So when we get them, otherwise, it's a good sheet. When it gets all done, then I look to see what's on the top. And then I take a fabric marker and I make a little flower to match the top, or a little square or something to match the top, so that it has a little piece of artwork on it too. So I need a couple of volunteers that can hold these up, and I'll show you a few of these. So you take one side. I'll move over this way, because if they're, come over this way so that, okay, this is what I call a strip. You guys quit. Okay. This is called a strip quilt because we do not waste anything. We just work with cottons. We can't work with stretchies or silkies or those kind of things. But I would sew strips together, and when my husband was well enough, he would cut them into 6-inch squares, and we'd make quilts out of them. Okay, you can lay that one down. Don't go away. Don't go away mad.
I'm not.
Okay, sometimes we get donated some small squares. These are, let's see, there must be 2.5-inch squares. We don't waste those either. So this is one I made. I made up north, and they sent it down to me. I asked them to send a few tops down because they had so many up there. Okay.
Can I go yet?
No. You just be good. Now, if you get tired, you know, we'll have to get another volunteer.
Yeah. Larry's got good long arms.
Sometimes you find a really pretty fabric you don't want to cut up too much. So then we put these strips in between. Okay? I made that one too. Let's see. Now you won't find perfection on these. Now I don't know, maybe you can back me up, Mary, but they say the Amish quilts, they always make one mistake on purpose. We make many mistakes not on purpose. But, so that's using a lot of squares given to us and assembled. That takes a while itself. Yeah, take it. There.
This must be the color blind.
Yeah, this is the one I was looking for, one that Harley made. He's the guy who's running it up there now. See how pretty they turn out?
This is the color blind ones.
Yeah, colorblind. Solid print, solid print. Yep. He said he has 55 shallow totes cut, ready. He's got the whole downstairs in his home where he puts together tops. Not that one. Yep. So this is one that was donated. Somebody had put together the middle part, and it was too small. So what we did was, or what I did, was put a border on it. Now it's the right size. So you have to use a little ingenuity, I guess you might say. And if you're creative, you can have a lot of fun with this. I'm a painter, so I painted on my walls up north. I had murals on there. Okay, this is another pattern but you see we didn't have enough of the one kind, so we worked in the other kinds. So Tuesday when we meet together, you notice I'm planning on we. Then we're going to put together, we're going to do some tying. I'll make you all naughty. You'll get your chance to be naughty. Okay, this is like an old-fashioned quilt. I love those. I just love those. And when you're sick, this is for struggling people. This is for people who have something that is going wrong with them, and unless they get a miracle or some help from God, it's not going to go away. And we've seen miracles happen. So here's one. We would give that to a guy on the farm. We got some John Deere's. Yeah, that one. Sure, either one. That's good. There. Yeah, I kind of like that one. I think that should be for a lady. Yes? You have a question?
You folks haven't been thanked by me. You made my sister, Lila Gray.
Okay.
Lila, when she thought it, did not want it out of her sight. If I went to wash it, I needed to bring it back. She wanted covered by it for the last 3 months of her life.
Oh.
I want to thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. This is one they'll already notice because they've been poked with these pins that this has not been sewn around the edge. So, yeah. but it's pinned when I get it. So yeah, sit on it, why don't you? Yeah, when it gets sewn around the edge, that one will be ready except for prayer. And we already had 2 or 3 names lined up to get prayer quilts for. Yeah. So if you have a little bit of decoration you want to put on there, some zigzag or whatever that is. So then this is something like Harley's quilt, only a little bit larger rectangles. Am I in your way? Okay. The one that's on the screen up there, I made for our son Carl when he got married. They're little houses. And he's a contractor, masonry contractor. Okay, there's one. Just using some of these rectangles again. I better go back.
Snowman, if you didn't notice, that snowman loves watermelon. Did you see that? The snowman right here. And I saw watermelon.
It's over here.
Yeah, watermelon right here.
Yeah.
That's a special.
Yeah, that is special. That's an all-year one.
Yeah.
Here's another strip quilt. Yeah. Yeah, so that one was fun. I always enjoyed those. Now this one I call it a cheater quilt because I didn't want to cut up the pretty pictures. So that one turned out nice, I thought.
That's very nice.
Yeah, that was simple. Here's another strip quilt with a different kind of checker in between, kind of like the old-fashioned tablecloths like Grandma had. So it makes it all look different when you put the different colors in between. Now here's some, I just made this one recently since I've been down here. Using some of those tiny squares again. That takes a little while, but I like how they turn out.
Becky, you need to break your foot. Oh, I thought those were hummingbirds. Becky's a hummingbird.
Oh. So this one I love. This one was turned into me. And it's crazy. But it's pretty. I like it. So I just put an edge on it because it wasn't quite big enough. And I think that's another one turned in at the same time. So you can do a lot. Just make it 5 by 6 feet. Good job.
I released from my head.
Yes. You go behave yourself. Well, I don't want to ask the impossible, but so some folks feel like they have, once they retired, they've been looking forward to this for a long time. boy, oh boy, when I get to retire, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And they end up sitting in their living room or on their porch in their rocking chair watching TV. And it's too bad. All this knowledge that has been absorbed into there is wasting if you're not doing something. Like I told my husband, when you quit doing, you quit being. And because you are here on the earth, God has a mission for you. He has a reason why you are here. And He is the reason. Now, if we can do something for someone else, we're working for the Lord. We love our boss because he does such miraculous things. All of our fabric is donated, and some people have that fabric sitting in their closet and they don't know what to do with it. Well, I can tell you where to put it. And it's not naughty. I didn't mean that. Okay. So we use crochet thread because when you tie them with yarn, the first time you wash them, they go pfft. And I hate that. It looks like it's old already. So we used crochet thread. We were running out one time of colors. We had a lot. So when someone said, "Can you help me bring this body?" As them to and that's where we meet each other. And husband, well, the other two sons are gone. That had a bunch of quilting stuff in it. I gave a whole bunch to the group up there, but some of it is locked away in some sheds that I can't get to. I'm not really crying. But I do have enough at my house that I can work on. So I'm going to just tell you, because you're older, because you think that your journey is over, it's not. You are here for a reason. God wants you to work for Him, and He'll bless you for that. I have been blessed in so many ways. I just love this. I am 82, so don't say you're too old to be of any use. And yeah, I got a little arthritis, and I got a little osteopenia, and you know, all those bad words. I don't talk about what I take in the morning or afternoon or night for pills. Actually, I don't. I think I have two different ones. One's for this and one's for that. But it's you hear that a lot. When older people get together, that's all they talk about. My doctor appointment, my dentist, if I have teeth. Yeah, my chiropractic or whatever. Yeah, we got to get beyond that. We got to be living while we're alive. So I just want to encourage you, anybody who can come Tuesday, whatever time of the day is, I have something that you could do. And if you feel like you can't do that, I need somebody with good handwriting to write the cards. And I have a lot of empty cards at home. And if Crossroads gets involved with this, we're going to put Sunnydale and Crossroad Prayer Quilt Ministries so that people know. And Mexico? Is anybody coming from Mexico? You're going to be helping?
I don't know. I'll try.
Well, if you're helping, we'll put you on there. But if you're not helping, we can't put you on there. No pressure.
So Rita, am I correct in my thinking that this coming Tuesday, right here, in this space?
Right here.
I missed right here.
Right here, in this room.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I did ask him if it was okay, and he said, yeah, but now I hope he... So actually, yeah. So Monday it'll be a funeral here. Tuesday we'll be making prayer quilts. And so I will need helpers to tie. And if you find any of the sheets, maybe you want to stop at a garage sale or something and get something for sheets. Sometimes we have colored sheets, and sometimes we have, if you buy fabric and we need 5 yards to go on the back. And we use the back as the binder. Yeah. Yes, see, that'd be awesome. Then we cut them down to size so we can fold them over. Yeah, see, it's already an answer to prayer too. I'll bet help her for us. Yeah. Any questions? No, I want the men too. I mean, not that I'm looking for one. Yeah. Well, you never know. We can start something. Yeah, we would love to have the men join us too. And I find that friendships grow and grow in this kind of thing. And you can talk to somebody, a fellow quilter, a lot different than you talk to somebody who doesn't know anything about a sewing machine. People who don't even sew have walked in our door up there and said, I've been looking at the walls, I don't know what to do, and I can't sew. come here, you can tie, if you can tie a shoe, you can tie this. Or pin, one or the other. Yeah.
So another question, Rita, is, are there other things besides the space to do this, like you're going to do them, so you got that taken care of? What are your other needs right now? Do you need more fabric? Do you need thread? Do you need money? Do you need, what kind of needs do you
Yes.
have that you can
Yes. Yeah.
Just get your phone number, that's the bottom line, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and if you have some time in between that you want to get these things to me, I live about 3 minutes from here. So my number is 218-839-8913. And if you forget that, you probably have Deb and Randy's number, so you can get it from there. But if you have scraps of fabric, if you have colored thread, the crochet thread, or you know somebody who did, I know we got a lot of donations from passing away of parents. I think a lot of us have already been through that. So, but the sheets too, that'll be very helpful. Because we have some tops we can put together with them on Tuesday. And I'll have some more, or we can cut some more. I'll show you how to do that too from this big old guy. So when we roll it out on the table, it's exactly 5 feet across, but it's doubled. So we cut on one side there, we cut on one side here. Then we roll them up. We have two, enough for two each time we roll out a 5-foot piece. I think you're